Barefoot Conversations. I'm Elissa Freeman, and we're here at Squizzy Cafe in Chermside, Brisbane. And when I walked in this morning, it was like being greeted by old friends. Everyone is so friendly here. It's so refreshing. It's really lovely. It's a bit like coming home and talking to old friends and family. And it's the perfect place for us to introduce our guest. She's the CEO and founder of Puggle FM Community Radio in Perth. She's co-author and editor of Understanding Why. She's studying international business and has a number of awards under her belt, raising 2 small children, and she's done all of this under 30. So I'd like to welcome Charlie Caruso. Welcome, Charlie.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be on your show.
Awesome. How do you do it?
I don't know. I've never really thought about not doing it. You know, things come to me, and the drive or the passion to do the various things that I've done has come. Doesn't seem to be an option. It's something that, I don't feel like I work. I do what I love, and I'm really privileged.
So you write lots. Like you write blogs?
Yeah.
And what else do you write?
Writing isn't something that I feel like I do as a job. It's just something I do naturally. Whether I was getting paid to do it or not, I write. I write.
Love
it's my
to write.
existence. So yeah, I publish some articles, but I can write business plans. I can write marketing. I mean, my background's in business, so I do a lot of professional writing.
And I'm interested in you creating that space to write. Like, you're really busy. You've got a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
And you've still been able to produce a lot of writing. Like, how do you do that?
Well, the book was probably the most heightened example of where I had to do solid writing, whereas a blog or an article, I only usually need an hour or 2 and it's done. Whereas something as detailed as the book and as important for me to be in the right zone. So for the book, I went away to Bali for a week. The actual writing process for me has to be done where I'm able to reduce all the noise. And I don't mean actual noise, but my mind and distractions or, small stresses. And not stresses that make me stress, but things like having to cook dinner or knowing I have to do this or knowing I've got to pick this and, the children up or, those are the things that they don't necessarily stress me out. There's a difference between stress and being stressed. But they're distractions for me, and I don't write well when I know that I've got something to do. So going to Bali, it just allowed me to be in and I call it my zen, where, I hadn't got any responsibilities. I know I've got a week to do this. People bring me food. I don't have to clean, and it was really great. And I do my best writing when I'm in that space. Playing is also another really good one. Again, because it's not about noise so much as the mental space for me.
That what you call the zen.
Yeah.
I agree exactly. And I've got kids as well, and I know what it's like. The busy schedule and children, and of course they always come first.
Yeah.
And having these creations that we're developing, and having that block of time, that your thoughts can progress.
Yeah.
And I think Bucks is an awesome idea for a week. I mean, you get so much done.
Oh, I got a huge, it was just before Christmas, and the book, or my deadline for publishers was really early January, and I was like, I'm not going to get anything done over Christmas. It's like, forget it, this is never going to happen, this is my time, And I thought, well, if I really want to do this and not stress everyone and myself out, I'm going to just go for a week. And but I said, even on the plane, it's those little, as long as I've got
that couple of hours,
no one can interfere, no one can text me, call me, I've got no responsibilities, I can just write. The only other time I get those when I'm driving, which is really, really hard. So I'll have a lot of my best ideas driving.
Yeah, I know. I do too, exactly. And how do you do that? I have a method. Do you have a method?
I'd like to think that I do, but I don't. I usually just scribble on a pad. And then if it's really good, I'll remember it. And I'll remember to go and find it. But if not, I might see it later on.
Okay. Writing this down is helpful. I have my phone and I record.
See, I've done that and then I've never checked the recording.
Okay.
Because like I hate transcribing. I did that for a little while and maybe that burned in my head the idea of listening and transcribing. I really hate it. And so, I wish I'd done that. I've tried and then I look at it and I'm like,
There's 20 minutes of transcribing.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No, it works for me and I love it. But it is also my space as well. Driving is it's a great game of space, isn't it? It's like, it's just...
Providing the kids.
I know.
Sorry, can't do it.
Can't do it.
Forget it.
No.
I'm just a taxi driver then.
No, you can't. You have to be alone in the car. I agree completely. And the thoughts, the creativity just flows, doesn't it? All these ideas. The other one is like when late at night comes. So it might be when everyone's gone to bed and it's quiet. No one's texting me. No one's calling me, and I can just do whatever I'm working on.
Yeah.
I think creativity needs that to be allowed the space to grow and to come out. I know that it's really important for me, and I think a lot of people who want to be more creative could use that technique. It's really good for the people out there that go, okay, I want to create something. I need to, even in my incredibly busy schedule, I need to give myself the space.
Yeah, I mean, we don't do it. I don't think that we do it enough. I think we're surrounding ourselves with stimuli all the time, and we very rarely allow ourselves to be quiet and not doing anything. It's almost like we have with the compulsion to continually feed ourselves. And I see it in my kids, and I make, when they come to me at school holidays or on weekends and they're like, we're bored, and I'm like, figure it out. Because so many parents, there's compulsion to be like, oh, we'll do this, or here's that, or it actually does, I believe, it constricts their creativity, and they don't imagine things, and they don't go and create their own little world, which is, I feel, a really important part of childhood. Make believe, or play with the stick and do something outside, and instead there seems to be this compulsion to parents and kids say that they're bored, that we've got to fix that, like it's a problem. Like whereas boredom that's the place, that's your zen. You've got to redefine boredom.
I love that. Redefine boredom. It's not boredom. It's giving yourself the space to create. Well, thank you so much, Charlie, for coming in and chatting with us today at BAREFOOT Conversations. This has been wonderful.
Thank you for having me. It's an absolute pleasure.
My pleasure. Bye for now.